So welcome back, student. We are going to see about basis for classification. In this basis for classification, we are going to see about the arrangement of cells. Okay, the animal kingdom based on the level of organization. Okay, that means the arrangement of cell. Okay, they are the body symmetry, germ layer, and nature of coelom. Okay, here you are going to see about level of organization, symmetric. Okay, so here the level of organization, first we are going to see about level of organization. The animals are grouped as unicellular or multicellular, isn't it? Already we all know, isn't it? So here the unicellular or multicellular based on cells, tissues, organ and organ system. Okay, these are the level of organization. So next we are going to see about symmetry. It is a plane of arrangement. Okay, arrangement of body parts. Okay, body parts, it's most important. And here you are having two types. One is radial symmetry and another one is bilateral symmetry. Okay, there are all the two types. First you want to know the meaning for radial symmetry. That means arranged, okay, arranged like a race or the radii, okay, the radii of the circle, okay, the radii of the circle. So in a radial symmetry, listen carefully, the body parts are arranged, okay, the body parts are arranged and around, okay, around the central axis. Okay, so listen carefully. Now you see the diagram. This is the radial symmetry. Okay, and here the midpoint, the radii of the center of the circle. Okay, so this one. Okay, so now you can understand easily. Okay, so the body parts are arranged around, okay, around the central axis. Okay, so next you are going to see about bilateral. Okay, here the animals is cut through the central axis at any direction. Okay, it can be divided into similar half. Okay, it can be divided into similar half. That means it can be divided into two equal halves. That means this one bilateral. See, you can be here the tortoise. We can be cut into two equal half. Okay, so this is called bilateral symmetry, and there are a few examples so they are given for bilateral and radial symmetry. Okay, these are the example: hydra, jellyfish and starfish. Okay, in bilateral symmetry, okay, the bodies are arrangement along the central axis. If the animals cut through the central axis, it can be identical half. Okay, identical. If we can be cut the bilateral symmetry means from the left side, what are the parts we present in the left side, that same identical parts will be present on the right side also. Okay, this is an example for frog. Okay, so next we are going to see about germ layer. The germ layer are formed during the development of an embryo. Isn't it? Already all learned in your 8th standard, isn't it? Embryo. The germ layer are formed during the development of an embryo. Okay, so these layers only give rises to different organ, isn't it? So different organ as the embryos become an adult. Okay, so this embryo only becomes to an adult. Okay, and here there are the two types. Okay, one is diploplast and another one is triploplast. Okay, first you are going to see about diploplast. Okay, the organism with two germ layer. Okay, two germ layer, they are what? You listen carefully: ectoderm and the endoderm. Okay, the ectoderm and the endoderms are called what? Listen here, diploplast. Okay, dip means di means already you all know that it means two. Okay, so therefore there is a two germ layer. Okay, that is ectoderm and endoderm. So you see the example hydra. Okay, the example is in hydra. Next you can see about triploplastic. Okay, so here there are the three germ layer. Trip means how many? Three. Okay, so there are the three germ layers. What are? Listen carefully. Ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Okay, these three are called it as what? Triploplastic animals. And listen the example, rabbit. Okay, next you are going to see about coeloms. Okay, so the coeloms means it is the principal's body can in the most animals it's have in the most parts of the animals. Okay, and it can be located between the intestinal canals and the body wall. Okay, so once again I am repeating, the coelom means the principal body cavity. Okay, the principal body cavity in most animals located. Okay, the most animals located near the intestinal canals and the body wall. Okay, so the coeloms, it is a fluid filled by what? Body cavity. Okay, so that only the body cavity is most of the animals located between the intestinal canals and the body wall. Now you listen carefully. So it separates the digestive, that means the intestinal tract. Okay, the digestive tract from the body wall. Okay, I think you now you can understand the meaning for coeloms. Okay, and here there are the few types of coelomates. Okay, so you'll just listen. Here there are the three types. Okay, one is acoelomates and another one is pseudocoelomates and another one is coelomates. Okay, so these are the three types. First one you see, acoelomates means it do not have a body cavity. It does not have body cavity. Example, tapeworm. Isn't it? Already you all see the pictures from tapeworm and you can learn a few things about this tapeworm, isn't it? So next you are going to see about pseudocoelomates. Okay, this pseudo means, I think you all know, false, isn't it? Pseudo means false. So it's have a false body cavity. Okay, it's have the false body cavity. Example is roundworm. Okay, and the next one is, the third one is coelomates or eucoelomates. Okay, it's have a true coelomates. Okay, true coelomates, and the example is earthworm or and frog. Okay, or frog, anything you can write any one, or if you want means you can write both. Okay, and these are the few diagrams about acoelomates. Okay, these are the diagrams about acoelomates. Okay, listen carefully. The digestive cavity, where the digestive cavity is present. Okay, and this is the pseudocoelomates. Okay, where you listen, where the pseudocoeloms will be present in which area. You see the pseudocoelomates. Okay, these are the pseudocoelomates. Example for roundworm. Okay, and another one is coelomates. Okay, you see where the coeloms will be presented, and as usual, ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Okay, these and all you all know. And this is acoelomates. You see the examples: Annelida, arthropods, mollusca, echinodermata and chordata. Okay, you just go through this lesson, students. Thank you.